Boom, boom, boom. We are live. Alright, who knows how this is going to go today, so we'll see how we go. Yeah, of course I am. Yeah, welcome to the show, guys. My name's Matt the Alien, and today I'm joined by the incomparable Vic King. I'm not sure where he is. I'm not sure if he's got his mic turned on, or yeah, he may be on mute, potentially. Didn't hear him before. Yeah, artist for Artifice Re-Animate. He's independent artist. Hell of a bloke. Yeah. I think he's frozen right now, but we'll get. It is what it is, and of course I'm joined by my co-writer for Artifice Re-Animate, Manticore, Raging Mantis. How you doing?
Good, yourself?
Yeah, good man. Good. Yeah. That's pretty ironic that Vic phrases.
Pretty irony.
Yeah. May have to troubleshoot that.
What if you fell asleep?
Could you shoot him a message on Twitter for me, bro? Just to see. Yeah, just to let him know. Yeah. See, I can monitor the stream as well. So, everything seems to be working fine. Fine. Yep, it's working. Now the only thing that we wait for is for the entirety of it to shut down. Yeah, bear with us, guys. Yeah, bit of troubleshooting. Seems we've lost Vic, so yeah. But hey, look, there it is. Veron, right there. Love it. Good stuff. Good stuff. Hey, what's going on, Aaron? If you're still there, man. Yeah. Getting our heads around this monumental setup that we got going on. Yeah. And really to promote, yeah, our now re-release project, Artifice Re-Animate. Yeah. As our artist is completely gone offline, and yeah, was hoping we'd have something decent going there. So we'll see how we go. Now I just gotta get my head around being familiar with switching between all of this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yep. Is he back?
Nah.
No, he's dropped. There it is.
Beauty of live streaming, hey?
Yeah, that's live. Well, at least it wasn't me this time around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, has he dropped completely? He must have.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, I'm getting my head around this with all the shortcuts and utilizing this side too. Yeah. I knew it would be a shit show though. I knew it would be. Until we all get comfortable with that fact that, yeah. That it's not as easy as what it seems to be doing all this crap. So. Yeah. But everything's in order, software's in order. Everything is running good. I mean, PC seems like it can handle it. So, yeah, there he is.
Here we go.
Welcome back, mate. Welcome back.
Oh my god, I'm sitting there, I had no idea what was going on because,
Trying to talk?
like, my camera was still showing, and I'm like,
okay. Yeah.
how long is this intro?
They're in.
Are we live? Are we live now?
We are live, yeah. And we're flying around like, oh man, this is...
Folks, I apologize, man. I had my camera facing my artwork. I looked at it, the camera was still going. I didn't know what was going on. All right, so let me get this switched back around and I'll turn on the camera again.
Likewise.
How
let
was
me just get
everybody
everything in
tonight?
place.
How about that, man? That was wild.
That's a bit of irony for you, don't you, right?
I'm sitting there going,
Poetic irony, almost.
yeah, almost. Reflective irony. That's the right. If you can,
how big is my writer's ego? How long does this intro have to be for this channel? Holy cow!
Well, there's two of us. You've got to add times it by 2. Like.
all right. Let me get this.
So once again, the incomparable Viking in the house now. In the house, completely with it. Got this.
Well, I don't know about completely with it. I haven't slept.
Oh, he will be.
Yeah, I thought you'd fallen asleep. That would have been poetic irony.
That would really, yeah. All right, what are we looking at? Can you see me?
I just got you your avatar right now. So, well, I mean the Discord avatar. There we go. Here we go.
As you can see, I had this on my board. I'm sitting there going.
That's a man. That's a man who knows how to prepare right there. Yeah.
Are we live? I can't hear anything.
Still got. Now bear with me for the day, folks. We will get the camera situation sorted, and there's lots more in store coming there to upgrade all the stuff as we go along, as the potential success of this project maybe comes to fruition if we're lucky, you know, if we're lucky. Yeah, but there it is, the magnificent Veron. Danny is he has arrived.
Yes, he's arrived in the crowded streets of this this city. That's it's a blend of modern, futuristic architecture and what would you say, like really historic, beginning cradle of civilization type architecture?
Absolutely, they're a civilization that likes to pay homage to their their original architecture and maintain it in a way that is respectful to the people, to the elders of the civilization. So
right. Excellent. Yeah, as I was like, oh well, maybe he just has me on mute or something. I was in here.
No.
I was just laying in these little, flower details.
I like
here.
that. I like that.
Yeah, that's I'm pulling stuff I know from Roman villas and things like that.
Awesome.
How they used to do things. I took several years of Latin, and when you take several years of Latin,
did you?
One of the things that you have to learn is all about Roman history and especially architecture. And
absolutely.
Isn't that interesting?
How they all tie into one another, and how it all, especially with the with the god elements, the pantheons, and there's true parallels there and true reflective imagery of that time. I love that stuff, mate. I fucking love it.
So unfortunately, that's about all I remember.
No, that's all right. That's the imagery that that's a nice touch, man. Nice touch. And in the background, of course, I'm feeling those Blade Runner vibes, man. Straight out. Oh yeah, I'm feeling some deep cyberpunk element going on in the background there. So I like that. It's like almost a shift in imagery of bringing it'll be the acknowledgement of the elders and the forefathers of the civilization, while the heavy sci-fi element plays a general backdrop in the opening of it to really get to. I guess it's an homage to the characters that I want people to begin getting attached to first, as opposed to then we'll eventually get into the crux of all the tech, all the fancy tech that it's at the heart of this universe.
Right.
Yes.
One of the things I wanted to point out, like since we were talking about architecture just there for a second, so you'll see some kind of almost silly shapes that I got going on.
Nothing silly.
I've just kind of laid those in, and I'm going to transform those. Like I did right here. One of the things I wanted to do is I wanted to show like with the more modern architecture.
Could you shift the because we got the vertical, they can only see a section of it, but until we get that sorted on your camera and
How about that?
Who's that?
I just wanted to welcome Dario and Aaron in the chat.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Hey Dario.
What's up, Dario?
What's up, dude?
What's up, yo? Yeah, look at that. How poetic.
Yo.
The shift of perspective for a moment. Yeah.
That's the thing of beauty. That is.
Yeah, so, yeah. And who's out the background?
So what I want.
Who knows?
What I want to highlight here is if you look at this building, right? It's actually loosely based on a column.
Love
But it's
it. I
a
can
glass,
see it.
sheer glass column.
Genius.
So it follows
Genius.
the waves, but it takes them. It almost stretches them out like an exploded column.
Cool. Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Incredible artists, man. Incredible artists.
And then I don't know who this guy is up here. It's just
Some guy with a hat. I don't know.
Yeah, some people might recognise him, but
I was thinking, like
yeah, I reckon
Probably not. I don't know.
maybe not.
they would have pies in the future, right?
Of course they would.
You know,
Of course
that's
they would.
what
Full
I'm saying,
pies.
Yeah.
Some things just don't go out of fashion, mate.
How do you eat your pies, guys? How do you eat pies?
So this would be like all pie, you know?
All pie?
'Cause it's
Yeah. All pie. I like it. I like it.
Meta.
Quiet. I like look down a little bit at who's walking in the background there. It seems like a familiar character to me. But
which
yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, wow. That's
Some umbrella imagery going on.
this lady right here. This lady right here with her
Who's that?
with her
Who's that?
with her butt facing us.
Oh.
I have no idea.
Okay.
Who are you talking about?
Oh, just you know,
I haven't drawn anybody that would be of notice.
No, of course not. Speaking of notice, I'd like to introduce you to someone around here that we call the Prime. You may come to know them a lot further into the future. So, introduce yourself, Prime.
Hello, I'm the Prime. Nice to meet you all.
All right, cool. That went completely successful. All right. Anyway, back to.
I don't know if it worked.
I don't know if it worked either. So
I don't think it did.
It did on my screen.
Well, there you go. Now it did.
Yeah, of course it did. You're a little bit behind. You just catch up a little bit there, man. Just all right. All right.
Aaron just asked in the chat how far along Vic is on the project so far.
We have completed artwork for sequence 1. We are well into the second sequence of the book. I guess we could transition over.
And how many sequences are there?
Yeah, 6 sequences, 6 chapters.
Six sequences, right?
Yeah.
So I have I have layouts that have just haven't been finalized because I want to make sure that as the pages are going, they get solidified.
Absolutely.
Before I solidify the layouts any further than I have them. Just because if there's a situation where I have to expand a little bit of space artistically, I have to make sure that I'm compensating for that further down the road, so that everything's even and equal. Because one of the things that is a key factor in this book, in the story itself, in the writing, is this sense of balance, right? And a sense of continuum that needs to be maintained. And I need to be able to translate that visually. So if I expand a chapter by a page, I have to make sure I expand every chapter by a page. Mm-hmm. So right now, I've pretty much we've got pretty much nailed down to 60 pages. I believe is what we worked it out to be.
Indeed.
So this book, which we originally thought was going to be like a 48-page, kind of graphic type novel this is now a 60-page like trade paperback size book. So I mean, you're really getting a lot for your value out of this, you know, for the $20. This is going to be this is an epic project, but it's going to be an epic book.
And epic saga potentially too, because we've got a lot planned and a lot written, so it's
right. Yeah.
We're just looking for that.
I think
potential. Now
that's very important to point out too, because one of the things I've seen on Twitter lately that's being bantered around the community, like amongst the backers and everything, is they want to know that it's not just a one and done slam bam thank you ma'am project. They like the projects that they know that they're, you know, okay, once this done, then the next one's already in the chamber, loaded and ready to go. That it's you know, going right into production, and they're going to, you know, then they're going to get a next chapter. People really do like the idea of a continuous form of entertainment, and what I'd like to say is I think that's what we're going to be bringing them, isn't it?
That is right. We've looked far ahead, and this is just universe one of, you know, if it, you know, these things, they take time to come to fruition, but there is a big plan behind the scenes if we can potentially get to the places that we're seeking to arrive at. So
we may,
at the end of the day, this is the one that matters to me right now. So it's it's a matter of sticking to the guns, coming up, making sure that we're true to the people who are supporting us and who see potential in it. And if you could potentially, Mantis, if you could drop a link to the project in,
sure,
because I don't want it to be mistaken with the previous attempt. So, but at the end of the day, you know, we're going to be building something here out of my personal, you know, attempt on the YouTube side of things, at Vic's drawing side of things, and if Mantis wants to take things into his own hands and potentially come up with something himself on the, you know, on the promotional end of things, then, you know, I'm all for it, and I'll throw whatever he needs behind it. So, yeah, but I
mean, like, thank you, man, thank you.
Yeah. Truly.
One of the things that we might be bringing you, we'll just have to see. I mean, because right now the book is at 60 pages, so you know, we would have to look. It would depend on how well the campaign does. If we're successful and we have enough financial room, what we'd love to be able to do is we'd love to bring you like a 6 to 8 or 6 to 10 page preview story of one of the other series that we'd like to bring out, called, what is it called again?
Crossbones and Cosmoses. That's the formation of the idea.
Right.
A full-blown space opera, I guess you could call it, but it's heavy sci-fi, heavy, just, it's my take on, it's our take. Mine and there's another, you know, potential member who isn't actually here today, but my good friend Warlock, he helped me craft that universe, and there's a lot of my heart and soul in that universe. So
see, I just looked at this and I was looking, I'm like, that train is a little bit too small. Even though it's set back and it's high up, it should be a little bit bigger. Just gotta make sure I got the right.
Love it. Plenty of room on board. Know what I'm saying?
And then
I won't be long getting this link. I'm just trying to find the.
Yeah, that's alright. I'll just bounce back to that for a sec.
Alright. So you know what's cool about that? I was thinking I would just go ahead and erase this line here.
Oh, 2 seconds. I'm just getting out a link to Mantis to make sure that.
I think.
Yep. just chilling in my
Right,
spaceship,
right.
you know, with the fine people of Earth down there. You know what I mean? You know, yeah. So much potential. You know, if we get the opportunity to go places, to go the places. I mean, you know, I just rocked up today. Like, yeah, you know, I gotta, you know.
Aaron said the colouring is great.
Yeah, it's so. that is also another member of the team, the Barbusco family. They are. Yeah.
Fantastic. They are wonderfully talented crew.
And quality team,
yeah.
quality individuals, if I do say so myself, and quite talented between them in what they're running. So it's an honour and a privilege to have them on board, as it is with everybody else who was here joining me today. So I'm going to drop that link to you, Mantis, right there.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to bounce back. And
So how many do we have in the chat right now?
I could check that, but yeah.
Okay.
Matter of fact, just let me go back to the spaceship and check that out for you. Yeah.
Beam you up, Scotty.
Yeah, that's right. So we got three viewers right now. It is what it is. Yeah.
All right. We love our 3 viewers.
Oh, we do.
Reach out to your friends. Tell them that we're live. Tell them to come in here.
Tell them to start stirring up mayhem in the chat.
Because you know what I'd like to do. I'll show you. Just grab. I'd like to draw some.
Oh.
I'd like to draw some sketch cards tonight and give them away. But we need, for the first one to be given away, we need, and I'll draw them right here on stream. People could tell me what they want for the sketch card. Yeah, well, I mean, we could take suggestions from the chat, right?
Love it.
In the most popular suggestion, that's what I'll do, and we'll give them away. So I mean, they don't have to be have to be from this project that we're doing.
I can
be whatever you want,
if you like.
Absolutely can be. Yeah.
Especially the original.
But I'm just saying,
it may be worth, you know, maybe worth holding on to for quite some time and to enjoy it, or, you know, I'm just saying.
If we get 50 viewers, then I'll be giving away 2 more. Right? So 1 at 25, then 2 more at 50, and then if we reach 100, right? Do we know what we're going to give them away if we reach 100 viewers in stream tonight?
Potentially.
If we reach 100 viewers.
That's a hell of a
I have an 11 by 17 inked. Let me see if I can find it, put my hands on it. It's 11 by 17 ink G.I. Joe Storm Shadow. Cobra Storm Shadow.
I want it. How do I?
That will be shipped to you. Free of charge if you're domestic in the United States, and unfortunately, if you're international, I would have to have you paid for the shipping, but or at least part of this. We could cover part. I could cover part of the cost of shipping. We could come to an arrangement. Yeah. But domestically, I would mail it out for free.
I think that sounds fantastic, Vic. Absolutely
Doesn't
fantastic.
it? Well, I'm a fantastic person.
I think it does.
I'm a very generous man.
Me too. I got a big heart, you know. Big heart.
I do. Big heart. It's not just because it's enlarged.
Oh, you're born like that, were you?
Not just because it's a medical condition. I was generous before that.
Nice.
Yeah, I think, you know.
Learn traits. They rub off. Yeah. So, just out of curiosity, man, what's going on in the bottom of the imagery there? What's going on there?
Where?
Oh, just you know, if you shift up the.
Down here.
Yeah, down.
So, okay, this is an interesting thing, right? So, the world that we're creating for you guys is it's not this world, right? There's similarities to this world, right? But there's a lot of differences, and I wanted to do a basically an Android courier, right? Happens to work for another universe version of Core Industries, which is Core Delivery. In our universe, it's Core Comics.
Very interesting. Very meta, man. Very meta.
Yeah, right? But if you look, right, so this isn't what you would typically see, especially these days, right, in sci-fi. But if you think back, I wanted to give some aspects, like I'm trying to pull elements from different things. So for the design on this guy, I was thinking back to all the pulp sci-fi magazines and stuff from, from like the 30s, 40s, and 50s.
Love it.
Right?
Love it.
Where like things didn't quite make sense, right? But they looked really bizarre and cool. So this whole like almost ball shoulder blades and shoulders and tricep. This whole area, right, is like a globe area where, and it's anatomically, this is not how it would be if you were doing like an accurate human, atomically correct android, But I didn't want it to work that way. I didn't want it to work with a sense of logic. I wanted it to be have that kind of pulpy feel, but still look visually like like it does work, But I mean, like, you don't know how it works. It shouldn't work like that, but
sometimes those concepts are pretty far out there until they come into focus.
Right.
Let me tell you. Yeah.
Yeah, even in like the 70s, there was some of this in play, like especially in the toys and stuff that I got as a kid. You get like the cheaper spaceman toys and everything, and they would be stuff like this, and you wouldn't be like, that's not C-3PO, Mom.
That's C-3PO. It doesn't look like some quality cybernetics to me.
That's not C-3PO, Mom.
That is a bunch of wires. That is a bunch of, Look at that stomach. I can't tell.
I wanted C-3PO.
No cheap imitations, man. No cheap imitations. The real deal.
No cheap imitations.
Yeah.
Right. Got it. Those were fun days, man. Buying stuff. So that's kind of the same. Because a lot of the people that I feel that we're going to be reaching, that are the current crowdfunding marketplace, they're within that age range where they remember the toys growing up and things like that, and some of them are a little bit older. They're definitely familiar with the pulp magazines and the pulp sci-fi and different things of that. So I wanted to be able to add a little bit of flavor that brings everybody together. There's definitely some modern futuristic stuff, but I definitely thought that as much different, like as much as the city itself is layered upon the history of its origins, being preserved and also built upon and utilized. I wanted to do the same. Yeah. I wanted to do the same with the elements that I bring in for design.
Love it. And that's truly, it's a bit of a deeper metaphor for how I really want, because this is the first civilization within the universe, and believe me, the universe is, it's living and breathing, and it's very much alive. So, once I will be, a little bit further on, we'll be exploring, hinting at some of the tech that's truly going on behind the scenes within this universe, and we'll
Just quickly, Smoke. I'm not a mod. That's why I can't drop the link.
My bad. I'm gonna have to.
I just figured it out.
Yeah, I'm pretty noob in that aspect. So.
Oh wait, we don't even have a link to our campaign in there.
No.
I don't even know how to mod people, so I guess we can learn this stuff as we go along, right? So, yeah.
All right. Yeah, no, I was gonna say, has anybody done a check on the campaign? But I guess that really kind of didn't do us any good yet.
Yeah, as you were describing it, I brought up a campaign, but I'm not gonna. We'll spare them the plugs for a little while. So yeah.
It just took me that long to work out if I was a mod.
Yeah, mod. Beep boop.
Beep boop boop.
So can I just tell you, right? Okay, I'm just gonna put this out there, right?
Go for
it. you know, whoever's watching, you know, if I sound a little wacky or a little silly, you know, I apologize. I haven't slept in like 60 hours. I am.
Don't put that on me. That ain't on me.
No. It's all on me, man.
We told you to go to bed,
Why don't
mate.
you go to bed, man? Feel free. Sleep. Enjoy your rest.
The one night that I had a chance to, I couldn't.
Yeah,
I
that's
absolutely couldn't. I just couldn't sleep. And then, of course, like the next day, I had deployments. So
That's okay.
yeah. So I couldn't go to sleep. Otherwise, I'd miss the stuff. I had to go make sure my mom got to an appointment. That life, you know.
Just know that
So,
after we're done here, feel free to sleep the night away, mate, or the day away, or whatever.
I'm going to, man.
Yeah.
I'm going. Yeah, I'm going to be sleeping. I'm going to Saturday sleeping, man. That's what it's
Cool.
going to be.
We're you know we're in good position for production, so it's you know it's it is what it is.
Yeah.
Just seeing this imagery come to life is just music
Yeah,
to
and
my
we're set up
ears.
to add. We're set up to add 3 more pages coming in. So like, okay, so we have this page in production, right? There's a lot more detail I don't want to do on the buildings here. And then I go into inks.
Definitely.
I have. Let me show.
And
Let me show a different sequence.
Describing the thing. This is this is when Danny enters very well.
Okay.
And this is a very important moment within the story for me to
Right.
to really solidify the point home that the arrival that after he's gone through a long trek through the desert from the beach that he arrived upon after this chaotic incident that unfolded at sea, that that things are. Yeah, he's entering into a new world, and it's the parallels that he's the world that he's experiencing is far beyond his comprehension. I mean, it's
way beyond. You know, he's blown away by everything he's seen.
Yeah.
You know.
We do like
So,
that sort of thing around here.
Yes, we do.
Yeah,
Ryan, we do.
Just want to show some further production pages that are in process, right?
Cool.
So this is another page.
Ooh.
This is a throne room scene.
That's a very important character in the series. Yeah, very important character.
Yeah. Kind of an evil dick sitting on the throne, right?
Maybe sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Maybe.
Yeah, he's got a pretty brilliant backstory though. I'll tell you that for sure. And I look forward to that. To seeing that come to fruition inevitably. To really explain the heart of this character and for you to understand, the people who are the audience to understand that the dualities between heroes and villains are not necessarily black and white. So
So this at top here, right? This is another part of Velron, right?
Can you just slide it down just a tiny bit, Vic? Thanks.
Yep. Can you see it now?
Yep, perfect. A little bit
Okay.
more.
no, that's
There you
too far. Now I can't. No, tripper. I'll slide you down. Just chuck it up and give it center, Vic. But yeah.
All right. So the way it's described in the writings is it's this city that is a civilization built upon its history and its past, but it's also built off from a mountain. And at the top of this mountain is this very historic and ominous and just oversized castle, it just looms over everything, right? And
It's quite a castle, and I mean Kane is it's Kane, by the way. That's you may know him from many stories, but he's a pretty important figure in this universe. So to give away his
This
backstory
would be
would
Kane
do it
right
an
here,
injustice
right?
of it. Yeah, that's right.
yeah, just keep it straight.
That's right.
Now this guy is Aramaic?
Yes.
I'm trying to keep all the names straight.
Right.
You
So-
definitely have some great names.
Within the universe, hope you see what I'm picking up and put down there, mate. Yeah, within the castle itself, within Veron is an established hierarchy of governance. Aramaeus is at the central point of that governance. He operates very secretively. He operates very, the way he maneuvers within the world is quite important to the grander overall story that will inevitably unfold.
Now, this is one of the pages where I did looser pencils. As you can see over here, you can barely make out what this is. I did looser pencils and I did all my pretty much. I'm doing all my work in inks on this.
Mm-hmm.
It's not some pages I definitely spend a lot more time detailing out and figuring out exactly where I want the pencils to be.
Cool.
Like this page here.
Yeah,
right.
Danny, you know what I'm saying?
And you see, I could show another page. This is the page that follows this in sequence.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So we have the hologram.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you might have to just
Kane.
center that a little bit more, man, to capture the paneling until we get it to the widescreen face, until those peripherals come into focus. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I have a camera. I have a camera coming tomorrow.
Awesome.
I have my own home Wi-Fi that's going to be. I'm just waiting for the router to get delivered, and then I'm good to go.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'll be able to stream properly and right.
Can't wait.
But we figured, the people would want to see the work, see the drawings in process.
Beautiful stuff.
This is a page.
Beautiful stuff.
This is a page that's mostly in layouts. There's a couple areas where I've started to finish things off, but I just wanted to show people like how things are broken down.
Yep.
So we have him walking through the halls of this big huge castle.
Yes. So this is a very important sequence. Very important scene.
Right. We have a bird's eye view of the walk down a long corridor.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have a medium shot, and then the conversation between Kane, the hologram, and Aramaeus starts to get a little bit intense, and
Definitely.
so we bring it over to where it's just them two talking off to the side.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to presume that the guards are still over here somewhere.
Yeah, they're around. Yep.
They're looking out over the courtyard of the castle, through these arches. What I'm doing is my inspiration for the castle interior is okay. So Smark had a desire to have some what is it? Arabic architecture.
Yes. Some heavy
Some
geometry.
Middle Eastern, right? Geometry.
Yeah.
I decided that I would take that, and I would also mix it with what I know of German architecture.
Nice. Bringing in that expression.
Nordic architecture.
I like it.
So
yeah.
we have the shapes, passageways like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the beams that come up to make that, to form those, is actually these long, kind of like I want to say they're like ribs. It's like ribbed architecture.
Nice.
Which is very true. So I mean, those are just to give people an idea of like there's a lot of thought that goes into the design process behind what we're doing.
Absolutely.
What they gave me,
I like that actually, because that it brings the element of like from the belly of the beast. with the ribs
Right.
like that.
Yeah, well, you've got it's the triangle geometry, and it's it's very important. It's very important from a platonic solid point of view. Do you know what I'm saying, Mantis? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
These guys show up all throughout the book. It seems like anybody of importance that I've come across while drawing it, they have a crew of these guys. Not these guys specifically, but their own versions of these guys.
Yeah.
And they're called what, ghosts? Is what you call them?
Well, I mean that's the general terminology that I use to describe them.
General
but
terminology.
It's from different perspectives they will take on different forms, and they will take on different understandings in how people perceive them, in the idea of them.
Okay.
But
So they're
from a tech perspective, it's the tech that goes into making this. I don't want to give away too much, but it's a fascinating insight into my interpretation.
Are they kind of a blend between human and machine?
Very much so. Very much so.
In a different way than a cyborg would be, right?
Yes, you don't want, there's the fact that that we're doing away with it. That in this in Vel 1 anyway, it's because this is the setting up the heart of the world, and it's setting up the main protagonists, antagonists, and to call them cyborgs would be an injustice. It's a symbiosis between man and machine, without loose of the mechanical elements that come involved with when you think about the interpretation of man and machine. So
Right.
yeah,
So, okay, I had a thought.
go for it. Drop it on me.
Bear with me because I'm loony. Sleep
We're a little bit
deprived
loopy
loony.
around here, man. But brilliance doesn't come without a bit of loopiness. So
All right, so we probably don't have 25 people yet, right?
probably not. Let's.
We've got 5.
Right.
We got 5. Cheers to you all.
So we're growing.
Thanks.
We're growing,
Carry on.
which is great. Let's get some suggestions from the audience as to what would make a good sketch card, and I will start drawing one right now
Love it.
while we're right here on stream.
I'm just going to jump back to my ship for a second and just have a sauce in the chat. Yeah, Aaron asked, Vic, why have you been up for 50 plus hours? But he said, appointments and stuff. Did you guys see Shane Comic Skate Presents stream at 10 o'clock tomorrow? So that's an interesting thing to keep in mind.
Shane Davis?
Yeah, Shane
Yeah,
Davis,
having a
obviously.
conversation?
Yeah, I believe
Excellent.
so.
Yes, we'll reach out to him.
Yeah,
I like Shane.
I like Shane too.
Yeah.
Intriguing individual, definitely. Stellar Cats, yes, yeah. Interesting project. Interesting, stirred up a little bit of chaos and turmoil there, from some people's perspective. But I know he's got a heart. And I know he's got some. Yeah, he's a thinker. So
I like his.
Yeah.
I like the looks of his new project.
What's he got? What's he got going on? What's he cooking up?
Inglorious Rex.
Glorious
Woo!
Rex. Yeah.
Okay. I like it.
So it looks pretty cool.
Cool.
It's pretty cool. Everything,
Interesting.
the couple pieces I've seen from this so far.
Is that, I like the Inglorious.
So yeah,
I
he's
like
not
that.
like
I see what you did there.
people.
Yeah.
I know some people might have given him some poop for coming over and doing a cat book, basically because that's not what they were expecting out of him.
But
Because of all the stuff that he did for DC, which was like he's doing the Superman stuff. And,
is that not what people do around these parts? So is defy expectations. So yeah.
Right.
That's what comics
So this
does
is-
best.
Yeah. And what he's doing now, his project now, Inglorious Rex, definitely plays more to the.
That's more up the alley of yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people, because a lot of people like the monsters and the aliens and the shit, shit like that.
You got to give the people what they want, Shane. You got to give the people what they want.
Yeah. I mean, which we definitely have that, right? So we've got
we do.
monsters and don't we?
We do.
We
We've
got
quite interesting.
What do we have on? What is that appears on the cover?
I believe it's a phoenix. It who's a
kind of feel like that.
an Android Phoenix, I believe. Yeah, quite an interesting quite an interesting take on the potential of cybernetics, and it's an interesting thing. The
This bad boy right here.
yeah, that's him. But, and I was going to say when we were at the castle with the Aramace imagery that that I don't want to do the injustice, because these trees are very important to me. Very, very important to me in the overall unfolding of these trees. It's all about them trees, man. It's all about them trees.
These trees right here.
Yeah, that's right. You got it.
Yep.
You got it. Yeah. So I'll jump
Here's
back
the other side of the wraparound cover.
Oh, and who's that? Who's that guy? And who's that lady? Heavy stuff.
Yeah,
Heavy
Illyria.
stuff. So
got
Illyria.
Illyria.
Let's introduce Illyria. Yeah.
All right, so I'll let you do that, because Illyria is your gal.
Illyria is a very fascinating being indeed, and she's I don't know what more to say about it, man. She's just a hyper intelligent artificial intelligence that works and maneuvers in ways that you wouldn't even comprehend. So that many can't even fathom the journey that she's been on and the understanding that she's come to, and really in this scenario she's she plays a major role in the coming full circle of not only this character in the background here, Benjamin, but also for the upcoming Danny and also Kane, who also plays a prominent role in the entirety and the mechanics of the world. And she's quite an interesting bird. What do you got to say about her, Vic? What do you reckon of her?
Well, I see her, exactly the way you described her, right? But I gotta, one of the things I have to do is I have to put it in like my, I have to define it in my terms in my head.
Sure.
Like, because I'm putting the visual of the character to life, right?
Well, I'm just not wanting to give away too much of the complexity of the writing that's gone on to actually bring her to full circle to life. So, yeah.
Right. So I'm only going to share up to the point where we have with the pages that are going to be on the campaign page. Okay. Mm-hmm. So she's a bit mischievous, right? And she is definitely a self-centered being. Mm-hmm. And she is a being that definitely feels that she has a lot of importance, self-importance.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And she feels that she can force her will anywhere she wants. And she pretty much can, because she's a very powerful AI that has control over many aspects of this particular universe, both the mechanical and
biological.
I guess what we consider the energy force of the planet itself allows her to kind of realize herself in the real world
in many aspects and many forms as well. So that's
in kind of like a holographic way.
Yeah,
but a pure energy way.
Yep.
So in this page, right, in this sequence, which is on the campaign page, right, for the sample art. So this is following the scene where they're trying to bring Danny to life, right? Danny is, of course, the guy that is uplifted up like Frankenstein on the machinery.
Yep. I'll just bring him up. Want to get that that full appreciation for the guy. So yeah.
So this is not something that she wants to have happen, right?
Yes.
And I'm not going to give away why, But this is something that she doesn't want to have happen. She doesn't want this ritual that Benjen here is carrying out, right? So she decides that she's going to take over the ship, and she takes over every aspect of the ship. She takes over the computers, and then she begins to manifest herself, and you can kind of see like that her intent is not any good, you know.
No.
That
From a
definitely got evil
perspective,
intent.
because she's operating under the guise that what she's doing is inevitably like it's the right, you know, even though she operates in these certain manners, that she's still under the belief that her way is right. So that is an important thing to take into consideration.
At this point, we believe that she's a bad guy.
That's what very much so.
That's the way that she's. That's the way that she's coming out.
Just the way that I blur the lines between duality of truly, you know, the beauty of a duality of perception, and to enhance the journey to come to a greater appreciation of, you know, the true beauty of what artificial intelligence can potentially represent for the world. So you wait and see.
So
you wait and see.
She sneaks up on Benjen, right? And she materializes through him and through his energy, right? And she's so cocky that she thinks she's going to be able to seduce him, right? It's almost a seduction. And then we go to the next page, right, in the sequence, right? Whereas she basically,
I truly love that the dream imagery of the, if you just move it a bit to the side, and then there's some magical paneling going on here that is just it's a dream. It's beautiful.
So she casts out her control over the energy, her control over the ghosts that were here to help Benjen carry out the ritual to bring Danny to life, right? And so she's casting her will, which is a mixture of, as you can see the way that I did it, I wanted to give the illusion of there being like kind of like a magical mist, and you know, as you see the multiple trailing
that panel is beautiful.
Yeah.
But if you look up and you look close, you can see there is circuitry, there's digital coding involved in all of this.
Absolutely. There's still a binary element to it. Absolutely.
Right.
But
and so they get.
We're moving into a realm where the lines between the quantum realm is truly a beautiful sight to behold once you understand the complexities of what quantum mechanics truly represents, and that's really what takes the heart of what, you know, the interpretation of how you'll inevitably come to understand who Illyria truly is. So
So basically what she does is she takes over the biology of these ghosts. These ghosts that are somewhere between biological, human and machine, right? So she takes over the actual like DNA structure. Is that right?
Very much so. She can have the power to the ways that she implements it have the potential to truly do that, but at the same time, it's all a it's of the mind, and within this iteration, definitely nanotech, and there are certain things in certain universes that within this iteration, it's definitely going to take on the form of nanotechnology. So
So over here, we can start to see the manifestation of her control over these individuals. When this gets colored, these will be the basically the circuitry of her control, her power that's running and flowing through their bodies. And so she's changed them at their very core to serve her purpose. So she's essentially broken their will by reprogramming their biology and reprogramming the way that their body works. I would imagine with like what on even a chemical level, like the way the body produces
Yes, absolutely.
different chemicals,
Yeah.
right? That cause you to be angry, cause you to, right?
Yep, very much so.
And so here we have, and this is like earlier we saw like she was definitely trying to seduce or be seductive towards Benji, right?
Mm-hmm.
In this sequence here, this is where we kind of get our first glimpse that actually there might be a prior connection between them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because the dialogue that goes with this piece is basically him telling her why did you just do this?
Yeah, because she can't explain. It's truly unexplainable to her, and how her mystifying powers do not, her charm does not work. Like, it doesn't work in the way that she's throwing everything at him to try and stop him from achieving this ultimate goal that he has in mind. But yeah, it's
right.
And ultimately she's forced to use force against him, and that.
Which is turning these guys violent towards him, right?
Yeah.
Hijacking.
But he's not going to be deterred.
He's not shaken.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's not shaken, and so he hits the final button to finish the process.
Mm-hmm.
Now there's another page. I don't have it on me right away in between this. I'll share that later. I can share that on Twitter later.
Absolutely.
But let's see here. We got the page following it, which is it's the beginning of the second wave of the fight scene.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, in the page in between, Benjen has saved Danny from falling to his death and has propped him up against these glowing digital panels,
Mm-hmm.
which she has. They're
It's a
basically
insane.
like TV.
It's such an opener. So yeah, such an opener. Believe it, it's like, yeah, and especially once the dialogue comes into play, and once you'll see it fully fleshed out for the beauty of what the scene truly is. Like, it's a sight to behold. So yeah.
And so Benjen's like, the hell with you. He's got, he put his hood back on. The personal connection is gone.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that.
Well, he's back to business.
He's back to business at that stage, but at the same time, that, like you
so
said,
obviously
there's
there's some
prior
because
there. Yeah.
He basically, even though it does nothing to hurt her, it's more of an insult. So he cracks one of the screens that her image is on, and she's totally pissed, right? So she starts to try and take control over the actual mechanics of his armor that he's wearing, his battle armor.
Mm-hmm.
And with kind of like a dark side of the force kind of electricity, that's just running rampant throughout. She draws all the power away and is turned all of the power of the ship into this one set of action, which is this attack on Benjen, right? So Benjen is like, she thinks she's going to get the better of him, that she's sending these other ghosts that are now hypercharged, as you can see them dashing around in this panel.
Absolutely.
Hypercharged with the electricity. And so they...
And I want to keep in mind that at this point, it's sort of the culmination of Benjen's arc within a previous storyline that is ultimately going, and I intend to tell that arc when we come full circle around to the other side. And once we get, once you understand that, like I said, this scene is loaded with complexities. So it's as introductory as it is, completionary. So for the arc of Benji,
right.
and for the initial introduction of the main protagonist of the story, Danny. So
Right. So basically, he ditches all the components that she's trying to control, and they've swarmed him. And then on this page they attack. They jump him, they gang jump him. They're gonna bring him down, but obviously he fights back.
So here's a hell of a fight sequence for you. So it's it's truly action packed, and it's truly I just want to I'm pushing the boundaries so far, trying to really produce something of true beauty that's going to be not only timeless, like overall, once the full scope of the vision comes into focus. For all of these characters, really, for all of their journeys, their arcs, they're coming to a full fruition of understanding there, and to just really kind of push the boundaries when it comes to the understanding of of the genres that that we're all attempting to
This is one of my favorite scenes right here, the ending of the fight scene. Right? So he's taken down 5 of the 6 guys, right? So the finishing move on the 6th guy, he basically just sends the guy flying through a screen with 2 fingers, as you can see right here, And it's just like, to me, I was thinking like, how could I do something that's very Bruce Lee, but maybe a little bit more mystical, So this was one of my favorite panels to draw. I loved it.
Love your work, Vic. I truly do. It's brilliant.
Thank you.
Absolutely brilliant.
2-finger power punch, mate.
Absolutely, mate. Let's see what else I got to show everybody. Well, this is the piece that started it all, right? This was the original hype piece, right?
Just seeing that
it
fills me
black
full
and
of
white.
I remember seeing that image for the first time, and just I was overwhelmed with of the potential.
It was that moment. It was real.
When it all came to life, I saw the future of this project actually potentially being a success, and that was something that when it crystallizes like that, you get that feeling inside you that you just like, this could work, like this could work. So
I think we could show like the just the pages that we have done and that are up on the campaign.
Absolutely.
That way, that way people can see the actual pages.
Yes, and I've still got a little bit of work to do with adding. Like the art will be updated over time. There's a lot of work and a lot of updates to do in general, but we just really wanted to get the ball rolling again, to change some of the price points for. Because we got a lot of feedback from the original iteration of the campaign, and nobody's perfect. Like, this is my first attempt at doing anything like this before, I'm not gonna lie. So we wanted to go back and offer people bang for their buck, and to make sure that we did justice by the people involved in Comicsgate, by the people involved potentially outside of Comicsgate who still want to come on board, and just get everybody familiar with the scene, play a role within that, and just have a great appreciation for the art that I'm attempting and the story that we're all attempting to tell.
Absolutely. This is one of the color pages now with a color page on the campaign, but this is the black and white page to it. Line art, and this was a very fun piece to do, both in designing the ship that they're on, and also some of the world elements. Basically, they're on a sea that's even larger and vaster and deeper than our oceans. So you can kind of tell the waves like are probably a little bit bigger than they would be in our universe, just because of the vast size of the oceans of this ocean. At least that's kind of the feel that I wanted to give is the power and the energy of the ocean to match the raging storm and lightning above, right? But one of the other elements is I thought of is okay. So we've got a lot of different cyberpunk type stuff, imagery that floats through this story with the different characters that are showing up, like we had showed you earlier with the Cyber Phoenix dragon. I'm like, well, there's going to be other creatures that are, for whatever reason, to save their lives, to conserve their lives, to keep their species going. They've been given, to save them, they've been given cybernetic enhancements or whatnot. So here's a pelican with a bunch of cyber gear.
Yeah. Could you move the paneling up a bit, man? Just because the pelican's not shot. Yeah.
Move it up, you mean?
Yep, there it is, right there. A little bit further. Yeah. Legendary. Legendary.
Yeah, you said move it down. I'm like, I can't move it any further down.
I could just, I'll give you the general scope in the color edition of the, it's such a beautiful image to me, and it's such a powerfully striking, there's so much subtext going on, and there's so much, but that was the initial thing that brought it into fruition. That was, when I saw this piece, I was just blown away, absolutely blown away.
Now, what do we have going on here?
So, we have the initial ritual, which is taking place for the introduction. It's sort of, for all intents and purposes, it's the. I don't want to describe it as it's Benjamin's transition of power to Danny, but I wanted to describe it as a more embodiment of form, a more embodiment of understanding, and a ritual based around. Wisdom and with the ritual aspect of it, but at the same time it's a cybernetic experience with heart, let me tell you. With heart.
Yeah. There's a heart. Oops, sorry. There's a heart right there. Yeah, boy.
Welcome to the chat, Matt C. Yes, we have a cyber pelican.
Yes, we have a cyber pelican.
Yep.
Yeah.
I really like this page for two reasons. One, I thought the scene itself, as it laid out in the story, to me was very much like DC used to do stories in the early '80s. They're just. Anything in between George Perez's Teen Titans, the new Teen Titans,
cool,
to Legion of Superheroes, tons of stuff that was going on that had this really kind of almost religious aspect to the scientific, which is what this story called for, right? But I also got to play with, what I felt was some of, very Marvel-esque themes, being the angled panels and being all the wires and stuff. And, to me, that felt very X-Men almost. You know?
Bringing that abstract kind of, that abstract nature to it is something that it brings it out of the paneling and truly brings it, it takes it out of, it brings it into context, full fruition to the meta idea of what I'm truly attempting to, convey within a deeper sense of what the universe is going to be like unfolding into. And I'm thinking very far down the line, very, very far, just hoping that potentially, you know, we might get the opportunity to bring those dreams to fruition. So it's a dream, but it is, who knows.
Daniel Kirk in the chat just wants to know: do you send a rough image to Vic to get him to draw up completely, or do you sort of send him an idea and let him run with it?
Yeah, that's Daniel Kirk. That's a good friend. So we do have major talks on. He's been given a version of the script, so he understands full well what's going on, and at the same time, I do let him absolutely run amok with the paneling and with his creative inspiration and what he brings to the table, what he understands. Because I'm just a writer, so the way that I structure things is definitely cinematic based, and it's definitely, I am highly familiar with the genre, and I'm highly familiar with the concepts that I'm truly attempting to play with here. But at the same time, I wanted to begin with, it was like I want to bring someone on board who was just going to run amok creatively and throw things at me so that I can have my reinterpretation of the imagery, and then we come back to that point where we sit down, and we have a general chat about it, and I try to influence it, and we're having this symbiotic back and forth between one another, which is underappreciated these days between artist and writer, and I give him the opportunity to be the writer, and and potentially I take and Mantis as well, not to mention, because he's had a heavy influence on the entirety of this project. So don't get it twisted. He's just as much as a contributor to bringing this vision to life as I am. But at the same time, it's like I just brought my my prior knowledge and my prior understanding and skills set to the table so that we could truly get down to the crux of it, meld minds, bring something back that had been lost to me within the greater landscape of comic books. So at the end of the day, we're all equal contributors to this, and that's what I stand by, and that's what I appreciate. So yeah.
And as a creative team, we seem to work really well together. We bounce ideas off each other, and
absolutely. And you cannot forget you cannot forget the colorist team that brings that gives that final ignition and brings it to life. It just sets it on fire.
They do fantastic work.
Yeah,
they do. And they are equally as open to all of our suggestions on what we want for colors.
Absolutely.
I know that I've given them several different color cues that I want us to use, and I know Smart has as well. And so they've
I don't try to get in and I'm just saying, Daniel, I don't try to get in and push things around. I let the pieces fall as they are, but it's like there's a true heart and a true vision at the center of the story, and that's truly important to me. What it was trying to say to me and
they're kind of intuitively really good at it too. So I mean, it's like a lot of the things that I've thought of that I didn't mention, they just did anyways, and I was like, that's exactly what I would have done. That's exactly what I wanted to see. This is kind of like the piece de la resistance.
Yes,
this is the infamous delirium variant.
This caused a little bit of contention between, but at the end of the day, it was like I appreciate it for what it is, and if that's what, so yeah, I mean, get a little bit loose in your interpretation, let the world speak back to you. Us. Yeah.
In the immortal words of Shane Davis, the booty will unite us.
Indeed. Maybe a little bit seduced, who knows? But yeah. It's beautiful scenery, beautiful. I wish we could see the peripherals of the perspective right now to see the There we go. But I'm a fan of that birdie, so it is what it is.
I love it how that's the first thing he zooms in on.
Yeah. Well, hey,
it's a decent birdie.
It is. She got it going on. She got the full package.
Maybe got back.
Yeah.
It's a damn fine booty.
Yeah, it is.
And she got all the right curves.
Yeah.
And the colorists, they knew they knew precisely what I was doing, and they brought the color version of this. Oh, it's gorgeous. I love
Yes,
it.
it is. I'd love to bring the color imagery up.
Yeah.
If
Yeah, if you can.
I'll just cut back to you, and I'll also just show the ritual piece, and but yeah, we'll get the point with the color imagery of the yes. So I mean, I'll just blabber on as I'm in my spaceship right now. How you been, Daniel? It's really good to see you, mate.
So I just wanted to just talk to the chat, man. I'm totally excited.
I'm totally excited. Stoked.
I have a desk to draw on. I'm not drawing off from like a board perched off the side of my lap that I'm getting a wrong angle and you know, have to keep redoing lines because there's a skew and whatnot. So now I actually have this. To me, this is amazing because I don't have to worry about that anymore, you know, and I'm able to work much easier and faster. So I just wanted to share that with everybody. You know, you guys are going to be seeing a lot more frequent and killer work from me because I have some of the proper tools necessary. I'll do a little show and tell. I got some tools today, right? So I got some inking tools that came in that I desperately needed. So first up, I was sick of buying these bottles for like $7 of ink that are like, I don't know, they're like an ounce at best, right? 1.4 ounce or something like that. And so I was like, why am I doing that when I could just buy the 16 ounce bottle for like $15, which is what I wound up doing. You know, so I got 16 ounces instead of freaking 1 ounce for half the price. You
It's
know?
just a smart decision to make to invest in the long term.
Yeah.
And, make a bulk decision, and it's just I wish more people thought like that sometimes. But hey,
So I had gotten the as you know, EVS loves them and he uses them. The 0.03 Copic multi-liner.
Love it.
Fancy pen. Love it. But it's very, very, very thin. It's maybe a little too thin for me to do everything with, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay. But I don't want to get much bigger, you know, because I don't want really. I'm not like my personal personal preference is I like a thinner line. I don't like.
Likewise.
I don't like. With my art. I don't like to do super heavy lines, but I'm learning
allows
to.
for an added layer of detail that that can sometimes go unappreciated. So yeah.
So today I got the 0.05, which is the next, which is this one up.
It's alright. You got to be so now you can cross between those two worlds. You know what I mean? To be able to do those.
Right.
Yeah. Bringing those tools to the table. Yeah, was a main approach.
I had bought this Copic opaque white to use as whiteout, right? This is what happens to it. Even with the cap on, it dries out like right away. I didn't even have this for like a month before it turned to like, it's like crumbly Play-Doh. Horrible.
Is there any
So
way
I needed to find something different.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah, you can add water and you can rub some off.
Yeah.
It's a pain. Yeah, it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah. Seems like a finicky
so
process.
Rehydrate it.
I got this, and this stuff looks awesome. I'm just hoping it doesn't dry out the same way.
Yeah.
But I mean, I keep everything closed, super tight lid. So let's hope that this one doesn't dry out the same way. It's Dr. Martin's bleed proof white, and I tried it out on the sample earlier. It works just as good, if not better than the Copic. I like it.
Cool.
In fact, my pens can work over it easier than they can over the whiteout from the Copic whiteout. What else did I get for Amazon brought me a whole bunch of fun stuff today. So one of the fun things is I've got, I got myself a whole bunch of blank trading cards. I got 200 of them. So I'm going to be doing some trading. Hopefully I'll be doing some trading cards a lot with hopefully there's a tier called the combo tier. It's, you get the regular cover, which is the wraparound variant. The very exciting wraparound variant. The very exciting wraparound cover, which is the base cover, right? And then there's the Illyria variant. So you get one of each of those, plus you get 2 sketch cards. So that's a really good tier. So hopefully people will make me draw a lot of sketch cards.
I still need to update the imagery on that. On that. So, but for the one of each, are you talking about, or for the? There's a couple of things I need to do the imagery of the campaign. There's still, it all came together very quickly at the last minute. But I do have the imagery on the one of each tier. But there's still a few. There may or may not be a few added bonuses to come for those who do. For those who do get on board. So, and along the way.
So the other thing.
Go for it.
The other thing I got, right? This is awesome. Because I tried them out and they work wonderful. And I'm gonna be using them a lot. I got some manga nibs.
Sweet.
One is a G nib, and I forget which one they call this. H, I think.
As well. They're just
they're quill pens. Quill nibs.
No worries.
Yep. And let me tell you something. I've used quill like that I buy here. Like I go and I buy Hunt or I buy Speedball, and I've never ever liked them. I've never liked how the line flows out of them. Nothing.
Okay.
The Japanese, they know how to make these. They know how to make these nibs like awesome. They flow so good.
Nice.
So
Nice.
This is going to help my inking out tremendously. Tremendously.
Okay.
So that's really. Oh no, I did get. I had to get myself some new French curves because my other ones got busted up and so nice fresh set of French curves made by Mr. Penn. Very nice, very lovely. I like the color. I like that it's see-through, so it's not solid. It's not solid like the old ones I had. So
nice.
It's good.
Nice.
Who doesn't like those French curves?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Shout out to the 8 people watching.
Cheers so much for joining us, guys. We're getting on our feet here pretty quickly.
So, okay, were there any suggestions in the chat about what they would like to have me draw on screen?
So we can bounce straight to that, and I'll just give the chat a bit of a look over it. Yep, colouring is great, says Aaron. Loves it. How far along is the project? We have that, and yes,
Aaron's my dude.
There you go.
I'm so glad you're here, Aaron. Thank you for coming, man.
Cool.
Really appreciate that a lot.
Do you send a rough image for him to draw up? Yep, I covered that. Sweet so far, the art. Looks insane. Cheers, Daniel. Loving that. The other tools. Vic went shorty purchased doing some chowder. Say it.
Yes, chowder.
Say chowder.
Cool.
Yes. Amazon dropped them off with a quart of chowder.
There you go.
Now I know you wanted him to say it.
Yes, good. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. We're gonna have a lot of fun around here, guys, in the coming future.
Had a good old clam bake.
yeah, you can guarantee it that the things are going to get a little bit spicy around here eventually, but it's going to be, I'm going to tell you, we're going to have some fun if we maybe we'll have a couple of drinks on stream sometime and and get pretty loose, because the artistic process, believe me, is, there's truth flying around, there's abstract truth flying around all the time. So yeah.
Matt C asked, what's thoughts on EVS producing his own art supplies?
I love it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I love it.
I like it because here's the thing, he's gonna sell them, and if he can, because this is what I'll tell you, right? So I have the paper that I get it in bulk, and it is it's pretty much the same grade as maybe the lower grade of the Strathmore comic book pages. But I don't really like the higher grade of comic book Strathmore pages, because even though this is a rougher surface, so it's a little rough, it's a little harder on the pens, it actually doesn't bleed like the more expensive version. I find, especially if you're using anything that's like a felt tip pen, like anything from like a disposable Copic multi-liner to anything like that, I find there's too much bleed. But what EVS is doing is he's making a paper quality that's like equivalent to what I guess the fabled Image Comics paper, which is supposed to be the best illustration paper for comics that ever existed. So yeah, if he makes it, I'm gonna be getting it. It'll be pricey, but I'll get it. I wonder how pricey it'll be though. Like
potentially if he can set people up in that aspect where he's, I could spiel on about the market aspect of it all day long, believe me, but I'll spare the details and say, I think it's a quality idea that he's going in, and he's truly expanding his reach and his potential to not only help people out from the marketing, from the publishing perspective, which is a horrible beast to even attempt to get involved with, not to mention rely upon, but at the end of the day, I like what he's doing and I like what he's about, so it is what it is.
Vic, we've got a request in the chat for something you can draw from Dario.
Already? Cool.
Yeah, cool. He wants you to draw a cod piece from DC. Comic.
Cool, man.
A cod piece from DC? What's a cod?
Might have to explain that a bit more, Dario. Yeah.
No, I know what a cod piece is, but like from DC.
From DC Comics.
Cool. Yeah, damn right. Gotta pay homage to the well, it is what it is. Get used to it, Mantis. Get used to it.
And Daniel just asked, do we have a rough release date?
We do. It's yeah. If you want to take it, Vic, go for it. I'm gonna go to the toilet real quick. So take it away.
Yeah, I'll let you go.
Thanks, sir.
Let him have it, Smart. Of course, now he's gonna be.
The rough release date we have planned is January 2022, tentatively.
Yep. Yeah, ideally the artwork will be wrapping up by, I would say, November, and then it goes out to print, and then we get stuff back. So I mean, it's just a rough estimate, but we're hoping to start fulfilling in January of 2022. But like you said earlier, it's a 60-page book, so it's a long book. But I mean, there's plenty of time between now and November to get all the pages done for it. And I think if I can shoot for myself to get all the pages done by November, then we'll be good. Am I still?
Yeah, I can do
Okay.
it. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
I didn't say anything because you were going.
Oh man, I was like, oh no, am I gone again?
No,
No, you're fine.
Yeah.
Everything's
So I
good.
figure by the end of November, gives us enough time to get it out to print and get it back from printing. And
That's the plan.
And then we'd be shooting for fulfillment sometime in January.
Yeah, Matt C just said in the chat, may I suggest one thing, launch and fulfill in 1 year.
That's the plan, and we have January 22
One-
does actually hit
yeah.
that marker. So, but at the same time,
One tax year, he said, sorry.
one tax year for sure.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, because we've got the previous campaign which we initially ran, which we learnt a lot from. So it was it was something that I had to highly take into consideration that we've already got previous backers for the original campaign, and I still want to be truly faithful to that audience, to them who initially came along and supported us in the first place, because that's very important to me.
They gave us the kickstart to be able to take it to this level,
to bring it to the next level.
Definitely.
Right, to fix the things that
mistakes that we made
were kind of
initially.
off in the first. Well, you know what it was? I'd say that here's the thing, right? Like when you're dealing with,
sorry, go for it.
and this is I'm just coming from like an American artist's position, it is a learning curve, and when you start working with people from the other side of the world, there's going to be differences. There's differences in prices. Things that you say to them don't translate exactly the same. Australian has a different monetary value than we do. They also have they use different measurements. They use the metric system, whereas us snobby Americans, we're still using the old English.
Yeah, what is with that?
It's the king system. It's the king system.
Imperial, dude. Imperial. Yeah, I gotcha. Don't worry.
You just like to
Well, it's
complicate
just-
your life, don't you?
No. Yeah. Well, at the end of the day, it's just a hell of a complication, a hell of a conversion to make, to be able to think within that mindset of and to also realize that we're appealing to a global market at the same time. So, yeah, it's something to really take into consideration.
So,
and we came to these initial, we came to the conclusions that we were going, because initially I believed it was going to be the entire project was going to be fulfilled directly from Oz, but as we were walking down the line, we inevitably came to the decision that the fulfillment will be done from the US, and just there were certain things in translation, and there were certain it all came full circle really well to get us to the point that we're at now. So
Absolutely. I mean, it just makes sense. It just makes sense financially and everything. Most of the backers are going to be U.S. domestic, and we even saw that in the backers that we had from the first campamping.
We got some
So,
good data back. I got some good checks. Let me tell you, got some
Right.
good reality checks. Yeah.
Right. So having it printed in the United States just makes sense. And I'm going to be the American liaison that coordinates it. We're going to go through a fulfillment service. Basically, all I will be doing is just coordinating the shipping to fulfillment service.
Sweet.
From the printer directly to the fulfillment service, and
It's just much easier and more cost efficient to do it that way. But it's
Yeah.
like, at the same time, I was like, am I going to, I'm doing all this work, right? Like, so it's like, but then it's like, you get to that point where you're like, I can trust you, man. I can trust you. So it's like, you get those, bonds form, and you get those, you come full circle on things, and you understand, and you see the bigger picture, and you're like, all right, I get it.
it's also opened up. It's opened up possibilities for us, because where it was going to be based in Australia, there wasn't any perks, right? There wasn't nothing that we could give you right off the bat. Well, now that we're going to be doing all the printing through the United States, I actually have a printer that's local to me that's going to print the perk that you guys are going to get, which is the poster. There's 2 posters, and we'll explain that in a minute. But you're going to get one of the posters with the book, and if you get both versions of the book, then you'll get both versions of the poster.
Mm-hmm.
Now, whereas that's going to be local, I'm going to be able to sign all of the posters.
So that was one of
And
the
I'm
huge packs
actually-
as well. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm also in talks with them on getting a quote on the printing for the books themselves, because if they can give us a comparable printing price, they've done that type of printing before, so if they can give us a comparable printing price, then or competitive one, I should say,
Definitely.
then going with them would make absolute sense, because I could go down right to the printer, sign all the books, and then have them shipped right from the printer directly to the fulfillment center.
Yeah.
So everybody would get a signed book, which would be wonderful. That's ideally what I'd love to be able to do.
Likewise.
So that's one of the things I'm looking into. I can't guarantee that portion of it, but I can guarantee that the posters will come signed by me.
For sure. And it was really just a point of me having faith in this idea that we could actually accomplish this stuff when I first set out. But now I can see it. We've begun talks with ensuring that these things are actually going to come to fruition, and that's a lot of the barriers that you get over when you first enter into taking things like this so seriously, is the ability to deliver to people so that you can start truly begin building something for yourself where people are going to rely and put value and trust in what you're creating in order to get it into their hands at the end of the day, because there may be a lot of missing puzzles in the bigger picture that people don't see behind the scenes, and it's a hell of a lot of work that goes into this sort of thing, believe me. But it's the payoff. Everybody gets what they paid for. Everything comes into people's hands, and we end up building something that can be truly trusted to deliver on this. And that was my big stress in the beginning.
We have much better tiers now too. I mean, I think at this point in the stream, it would be good to bring up the campaign and go over the tiers and the pricing and
Sure.
the shipping and.
Sure.
I think we've done enough entertaining. We can now shill.
Yes, let's shill to our heart's content. I hope you just don't mind, and then we'll go to we'll go back to the audience and have a little bit of interaction there.
If anybody's
Just
if
a
any of
note,
the artists out there,
I've posted the link on my Twitter if anyone's interested.
Yeah. And if we don't hit 25 viewers this time around, eventually, inevitably, we're going to work out a schedule for all of this, and we're going to make it a regular thing, whether it kills me, but I'm going to make it happen. So, yeah, and we still need to talk a lot about, because there's a lot of talks going on behind the scenes. I guess I'll leave it at that. And there's a lot of plans happening to the point where things are getting very serious. Very serious.
The good news, right, that can be announced right away, is that tomorrow I have a camera that's being delivered, a webcam, streaming cam, that's being delivered to me tomorrow.
Love it.
To hook up to my laptop, and shortly after that, it may even be tomorrow, who knows, I will be getting my router for my home Wi-Fi in the mail, and then I can set up my own Wi-Fi, and then I will be able to stream from my YouTube channel, Vic King Art. Actually, I think it's just Vic King. Vic King on YouTube, right?
Eventually, hopefully, we got
I'm pretty amazed I was actually able to get that, because you can very rarely can you get your name with nobody, without having to put a 5736779 behind it. But I was able to get Vic King YouTube. So if you want
to. Disappointing, man. Disappointing. Okay, everything's back now. We're all good.
Yep,
It's live.
we're good.
Yep, we're good. All right. Apologies about that, everyone. Let me just do this. This is from a key. Slide it back a bit. Yep. Like I said, this is our beta test stream. This is to make sure that everything's working. I just had a bit of a blue screen there, but hey, Matty, we're back. We're back.
Thanks for sticking around, everyone.
Yeah, cheers for bearing with me, everyone. It's that something went catastrophically wrong a lot further into the process than I believed it would at the start. So, and yeah, once again, appreciate everybody for sticking around. Could you also is Vic there? I think he's still there. Yeah, cool, he's still there.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Apologies about that, man. Apologies about that.
That's all right, man.
All right.
See what I got. See what I got here, guys.
What you got? What you got?
It's
Eventually.
a card.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
What does the chat want me to draw on it?
What do you got? What do you got, everyone?
Any requests in the chat?
Like I just explained, as things were a little bit down, just gradually over time, I'm going to be, if the dream starts coming full circle, we're going to be able to, make sure that things like that never happen. So, but until then, I'm limited by my hardware and my software. Until
Matt C said artist choice.
artist choice.
Artist choice.
Yeah, I like it.
All right, let me think.
What you got?
We've got 9 viewers back again, so thanks everyone for sticking by.
Cheers, guys. Yeah, love it. Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming back. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate it a lot. Beyond words.
All right, so Matt C says artist choice. Well, I'm mentally taxed. Let me think.
I wonder why that is.
Wonder why? Sleepyhead?
I know. What am I? I'm heading towards 70 hours now.
Come on, Vic.
Heading
You
towards-
can't put that kind
heading
of stress
towards-
on yourself. What?
That's madness.
That's madness. Yeah, that's madness waiting to happen. Is what it is.
I am going a little bit mad.
Loopy.
Yeah. It's all right. We'll wrap up soon, and because we've still got a few things to talk about after that. But yeah, I mean, for what it is, for what it's worth, this is what it could potentially be. This is what and the more comfortable I get, I may, it may seem like you wait, guys, you wait until we start having fun, until we start getting a little bit of notoriety within CG, within the greater landscape of what we're trying to do, and we'll open this up and we'll put the pedal to the metal and have some fun, truly, and start. You wait until the memes start flowing. You wait until we start having some fun. Yeah. But until then, this is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, go for it, Vic. Go for it.
I'm sorry. Don't mind me. Like, I basically have sleep deprivation induced Tourette syndrome, so I just speak like blurred shit out.
Well, I mean, we can
No, I
wrap it up
can't.
if you want. So at the end of the day, we didn't
No.
hit that. We didn't hit that barrier of entry for the potential giveaway. But at the end of the day, if you'd like to contribute something to people, then then for sure. So yeah.
So
To
what I
keep
would
them
like to
coming
do is
You just might need to center that card a little bit, Vic, because you're
Yeah.
down in the bottom corner.
like that there.
Yeah, a little bit further up.
You gotta tell me where.
A little bit further up again. Almost just right there, and a little bit to the left, just so that my OCD doesn't go too crazy. Oh no, that was too far to the left. Cool. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah.
Marco,
When we get this, when we get the peripherals in check, when this webcam arrives for Vic, it's gonna be full steam ahead, and everything's gonna be a go. So, and Vic's gonna get himself
All
some
right.
sleep, hopefully, if he chooses to, and yeah. It's
no
gonna be
rest for the wicked.
Yes. No. Yes, he is quite wicked in a sense, but he's a brilliantly talented man. Believe me.
Oh, I know what I was gonna say. Like before you went down, Smirk. Right? Okay. I was gonna tell the chat that. So tomorrow I'm getting a cam to attach to my laptop, right? And a couple days later, maybe tomorrow. I mean, that would be wonderful. I've got it tomorrow, but maybe, but if not, by Tuesday at the latest, I should have my router. I'll have my own Wi-Fi. I can stream from my own channel. I'll be drawing. That's one of the benefits of this. That if you back this book, you're going to get to watch every time I sit down to draw this book. My camera's going to be on, and I'm going to be streaming on YouTube. So you're going to actually see this
over
book.
there, and we'll just get this entire thing going, right? In ways
You're going to see this. Yeah, you're going to see this whole book in production, and that's I think that's a fantastic thing. What we'll have to do is like do it in a way that there's no big tremendous spoilers, but I mean, basically what I would warn people is like, if you don't want any spoilers whatsoever, don't watch the production streams. But if that's something that really does kind of interest you, and you find like that's entertaining and something you want to see,
if you find true value in that,
it's going to be there for you.
Yeah, if you see the validity in the participating in the artistic process, then jump on board and watch this come to life. And then when you get it in your hands, you can have that callback, that appreciation, that memory of. Right. We should be back online. We're having a bit of hardware issues, guys, so at the end of the day, it's out of my control in that arena until I can get some better equipment, so it is what it is. Blue screening. I don't bloody know. Shouldn't be. Anyway, if we get everybody returning back, we'll quickly go over the campaign. We'll we'll thank everybody for coming out and
go over the campaign, go over the details. We'll have Mantis pick one person out of the chat, and then that's they can get in touch with me and get a free sketch card.
Sure.
No worries. Yeah, we're back up again.
Yeah, back online.
We've got all the viewers back as well.
Yeah, sweet. Thanks for sticking around, guys, and bearing with
us.
Sorry, guys.
Like
I said, pretty frustrating setup got going on right now. So, until the professional quality of that can increase, it's just a matter of bearing with it and truly figuring out why that is happening.
Why?
Tell me why.
Tell them that it's human nature.
Bastards.
So yeah,
Alright, there we go. There's the camera.
Yeah, cool.
The smirk did me that way.
did me dirty.
Got that, my GG.
Alright. So we got the campaign up?
We do, and I'll just bring that back.
Right.
Yeah. But hey, at least we didn't, the pressure was on, came through, just a matter of hardware issue. So, I mean, would you like to take the voice of the original? Either way, well, I'll smash it out and say, excuse for the plug, guys, but it is what it is, and that's what we're all here for today. So, to re-usher in the relaunch of Artifice Re-Animate. I mean, since I'm not monetized, could potentially play that trailer. So, should we play the trailer? We should, I believe.
Living dangerously now.
Yeah.
Live and let live.
That's right. Here we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the trailer for Artifice Re-Animate until we can get back into making a more fully fleshed out and detailed one, but we've used it from the previous campaign. But yeah, here it is. There you have it. There it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. Get that back going again. Yes. I'm so excited, to see all of this coming to life so far. And yeah, couldn't be prouder of the efforts that we've all put into it. And yeah. You still working with your camera there, Vic? Or shut it down? Yep, that's alright.
Yeah, I shut it down for the moment. Yeah. What we're gonna do is we're gonna have we're gonna go ahead and have Mantis randomly pick a person out from the chat.
Cool.
Do an eeny, meeny, miny, mo, and that person can reach out to me on Twitter. Hopefully they have Twitter. Sometimes people don't. If they don't, we'll figure something out. But if they have Twitter, they can reach out to me at VicKingArts on Twitter, and they get a free sketch card that I will mail to them. And they can get the mailing information there.
And
my DMs are always open to all my fans, customers, everybody.
Likewise.
Anybody ever wants to DM me, you want to DM me and just say, "Hey, I just wanted to send a random DM."
Hey you.
Hey
yeah,
you.
I like you.
I'm cool.
Slide into your DMs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slide up in there. Why not? No funny business.
Just
no
no funny.
Yeah.
No funny pictures.
Yeah.
No asking me
memes,
for funny
man?
pictures.
Can they send you some memes if they like?
Memes are funny pictures.
Yeah. We'll get involved in the memes, but at the end of the day.
While Mantis does that,
I'm gonna bring up
Smirk, since I can't see, can you go over the tiers?
Yeah, sure, mate. Sure. So that was the trailer for Artifice Re-Animate, as you know. So in the we've come full circle. So we've got the original wraparound cover, which is calm yourself. I've got to purchase my own product now. Don't mind me. You will receive the original wraparound cover tier, which you will receive one copy of Artifice Re-Animate. Time Will Tell, which is the first installment of the series. And with the complete wraparound cover drawn by the incomparable Vic King. The wraparound cover will consist of, you'll see this is the back imagery here, and you'll see that this is the initial cover. It may vary from the final product with the final, but I'm pretty satisfied and pretty happy with where it's at there. You also ship to you, yep, bag to border in a Gemini mailer as usual. We'll do our best to maintain that the quality of the shipping is maintained to 100%. You'll also receive a Illyria 10x13 poster, and that is the variant cover as a poster. So yeah, if you're interested in backing that tier, by all means get on that. Please do. Wow, it just started absolutely pissing down with rain here. And of course, the piece de la resistance, the beautiful piece of Illyria, the variant cover that Vic has, that yeah, it's something else. It's something special, let me tell you. So, and within that, you'll also receive one copy of Artifice Re-Animate with the Illyria variant cover, but you'll also, ship to you with the sturdiest of quality as we are gradually setting up our way to ensure that is 100% guaranteed, 110%. But you'll also receive a poster of the wraparound cover art, and that'll be a horizontal poster. So it's we've got some good things coming. Got some good things coming there. With the third tier, one of each, you'll receive one original wraparound cover and one variant cover. So you get the Illyria cover and you'll get the original wraparound cover of Artifice Re-Animate, 2 copies of the book. You'll also be receiving 2 3x4 sketch cards, which pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, Vic, people will be getting the choice to... I'm not 100% sure how the imagery is going to be set up, but it's just whether it's going to be dealer's choice or whether it's going to be a set of cards that you just pick and choose, or your 2 favorite cards. But we're going to absolutely finalize that at the end of the day when it comes down to the crunch. So you'll also receive... will they be receiving 2 copies of the poster here within the one of each, or we're still yet to 100%? 110%. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure you'll also get both posters, which are offered in the
Yes, you do.
Yeah, in the Illyria variant and the original wraparound. So next up, we have the original art fan tier, which is you'll receive 1 copy of Artifice Re-Animate with the original wraparound cover, a 7x10 sketch card. Yes, so it's not so much the smaller version of the cards, which will be offered in the previous tier above, but you'll also get a 7x10 fully inked, fully penciled original framed illustration by Vic as well, which hopefully we'll be keeping that up as production progresses. Again, you'll also receive receive it in your Gemini mailer. You receive it with 100% quality, and you'll also get a signed Illyria poster, which is also the poster from the original variant cover. And quite a fan of that poster, if you know what I'm saying. So that's the original art fan tier. That's $120 Australian. I mean, if anybody feels like getting an original piece, by all means, there's your potential to get involved in that. Now, the collector's combo, which...
That boils down to what, like, when you're mentioning prices in Australian, we should also mention what, like, the American is, which is, I think for 120 Australian is $90 American.
Right, so I'll tell you what, I think I can get down here and actually do this and make sure it's USD, so... I just hope it's not some strange price that
Doesn't it just show up automatically on
you have to do it
on Indiegogo?
It will for them, but for me to display it in USD. So
Oh, okay, for the customer. Yeah, the customer it shows up automatically.
Yeah, on their preferred, on their currency.
Yeah. I think it boils. I think, not to harp on the point. I think it's roughly around $90 American.
Yes.
Just so people know what that is.
Yeah. So yeah. Yes. So we'll continue on. Like I said, the collector's combo. Oh my god, I keep pressing that. Keep going to auto mode, our own product. So this one. So we will be potentially making that the featured tier. The collector's combo. So that's hopefully. If you're looking to get involved, you're looking to get the full package, and you're looking to get every single piece itemry that, which ultimately, not only will they be, we're looking to create them as collector's items one day, for them to gain in value over time, for whoever decides to, hang on to them for X amount of time. But, if you want the full package and the full experience, by all means, that's the one you want to jump into. Next up, we have the Plasma Recruit. So, Plasma is the militia force within Verona, within the city of Verona. You'll learn a lot more about them as we unleash, as we release more information over time. As amazing things happen behind the scenes, and as we gain more support, we may have a little bit of fun with that concept over time. But we'll see how we go. We'll see how involved people choose to get. And at the end of the day, the Plasma Recruit, you become a Plasma Recruit, and you will inevitably be drawn into the book. So You'll be sent, if you're interested in getting involved in that tier, which is probably around, what was the pricing on that USD? Vic, version 2 from AED? I'd say it's about $200. 198 USD, there it is, it's actually showing up now. Look closer, Smoke, read the fine print. 198 USD, it should be 200, but currency conversion is one hell of an annoying thing, so...
Isn't it?
Yes, so you can't always get it 100%, and then the market fluctuates, and all of a sudden you're $2 off from the price point that you wanted to aim at. So, but at the end of the day, it'll be $10. Is it $10 USD shipping internally? And
13.
No, that's 13 Australian. $10
Oh yeah,
USD.
sorry.
Yeah, $10 USD shipping on top of that too. So you'll be drawn into the book, you'll be drawn into the magic. You'll be a part of the process and forever solidified within the Artifice Re-Animate universe. You'll send Vic a headshot, and he'll ultimately, create your likeness within the book, and you'll become a part of the universe itself. If that's something that interests you, you'll also receive a copy of the book itself, a copy of Artifice Re-Animate. But you'll become a part of Plasma. You'll become a part of the main militia force which exists within this universe, which is going to become a major prominent figure within the grander unfolding and tale that we have to tell within over the next 10 years if we get that opportunity. So
and what I can guarantee is this, right? So anybody that joins Plasma, I'm going to make sure you are loaded with weapons. I'm going to make sure that you are in an action pose. It's going to be a great shot.
Yeah. We're gonna make you a badass.
We're gonna make you a badass. You're not gonna be squished in the corner.
No.
Hiding behind everybody else. You're gonna be right up front and center, and maybe somewhere in maybe second tier. It depends on the panel. But I will make sure that you are highly visible and in action. So it'll be an exciting time. Now that's a great tier right there itself. It's a $500 American tier, right?
For the Plasma Group, no, that's the $200 USD. That's for the cover.
Oh, yeah. No, that's
it's a steal to get in the book. Compared
it's
to
a steal,
what
right?
Other people are charging. So.
Yeah. I forgot you guys talked me down from that. Because I'm like, you know what? Everybody else is charging $1,000 to get drawn into a book, right?
That's right.
So I was like, 500's not bad. And then what would you guys say? If we're gonna restructure things, we're gonna make it so that people want to be able to get these tiers, but they're gonna be able to afford to get these fancy tiers. And
affordable,
so what does it land at? Like that's the one that lands at just under $200.
Just under right now, because of currency conversion, we had it all figured out estimates, but market obviously fluctuated since then, so now it's at 198 USD. You save $2 more on top of 60%.
$200 to get drawn.
Yeah.
$200 to get drawn into the book. I mean, come on.
Come on.
That's a bargain.
That's a bargain.
Oh, they're getting a copy of the book too?
And they're getting a copy of the book too.
Holy cow!
And they're going to get a Lyria variant poster on top of that.
Whoa! Don't give.
Yeah. Wait, there's more.
Stop the record. Hold up. Yeah, it's an absolute steal. So I don't, if that doesn't become a, Yes, absolutely.
All right. That's. I'm cool with that, man. I'm cool with that. Because you know what? That just means that that's an insane experience for the consumer. So
the more people that can get involved, the better. The more that they can, own a piece of that themselves. That's really one of to have a piece of it.
Guys,
have a piece.
Let's get a bunch of people joining. Make me draw pages upon pages of CGers, all decked out in cyberpunk military, high-tech warfare garb, loaded to bear, and in action.
Yeah, come on.
Make me do it. Make me do it.
Don't make him do it. He'll do it.
I'm not even back that tin.
Man, this is what's good. Yeah, I won't even do it too.
Self-insert.
So, I've already got you some cybernetics off. You know, we got it sussed, haven't we, Prime?
Yes, that's correct. Everything is taken care of.
See, don't worry, Prime's got it sussed. He knows what's up. He knows what's up. All right, so moving on.
Yeah, we're on to original art pages.
Take it away, Mantis. Take it away.
So yeah, for 218 US and 294 Australian dollars, you can buy the original art pages inked. There's only 59 available, so get in on that pretty fast if that's something you'd like to get hold of. You can frame them, stick them on your wall, and like be a part of Artifice history.
Yeah, right. And we'll move on to the next tier. We've got the
Next one?
so next to we have the actual original pieces of the artwork for the covers, and these are very dear to my heart. I'd love to snap them up myself, and Lord knows I don't know, but yeah, these are the big sales, the big booms that are.
Yeah, if you really want to help us out and really want to help, you got the ability to do so, and you want to do something that's going to really significantly help get us pushed along the way.
Well,
these two tiers are great tiers for being able to do that. Again, we restructured pricing on these. I think we had the original art at like $250 a page before. Now it's basically $220.
That was for the wraparound. So we had them at 1,000, to be honest. To begin with, it was the.
Oh no, I was talking about the original art.
The original art piece. Yep, cool. Yeah.
Right.
They were at 300 USD.
Were they
originally? Yeah.
Oh boy, yeah. So now.
Yeah. I think
we restructured them down pretty affordable. That's the. Yeah. So that's now the covers.
Yeah, I'll just say we did sell one piece.
The covers we did too, right?
That's why it's at 59. So I'll just All right, take it away, Nick. Yeah, boy.
So first up we got the Illyria variant original cover art, and I'm not sure what we set for the price on that because I can't see.
It's
350 USD, 346. God damn currency conversion. Why can't we just have a stable? No, I'm just joking. That just can't happen, can it? All right.
And there's only one of those available.
Yeah, that's the point.
The only one, yep. And it's a hot piece of artwork. Very nice. Even outside of the connection to the book and to the story itself, it's a very nice fantasy art piece. It
may or may not be setting up some foreshadowing universally for May. Just saying, yeah. There's some planets going on there. I don't know what's up.
I know, right?
Yeah.
What's that's not in our sky. It's not in our sky.
Interesting.
So we also have the artwork, which is the wraparound cover, which was originally going for $1,000 US, which we have reduced significantly. And Mantis, what did we reduce that by?
That's $495 US dollars, and $669 Australian.
What? Did I agree to this?
You did.
It might have been in your state of delirium, but
was I sleep deprived?
Maybe.
What is? All right. No. I did agree to it. I think that's, I think that's great because here's the thing. I don't want to put things out of a price point that somebody who would really want to significantly help the campaign not be able to afford to do it. So so basically it's basically around $500 depending on the conversion rate at the time, right?
Righto.
Today's a good day to get it because you can get it for $4.95.
That's right.
$4.95 for something that's going to be timeless if we have our timeless
and that's
piece.
And that's a double page spread. Now here's the thing that we're not listing on the campaign itself because it's something that I'm personally doing as the artist. With these two cover pieces, the original art for these two cover pieces, you're going to get out of my personal overruns, portion of the book. Out of my personal collection of the book, you're going to get a signed copy. So when I ship out the artwork for the covers, you will get a signed copy of the book that goes with it.
Awesome.
Yep.
That's even better.
Yep. Legendary stuff.
You can't beat that, especially for $500 for a wraparound cover. Plus, you get the signed book. I mean, that's a really good deal right there. Really good deal.
Yep, you've got the artwork there coloured, just as an example.
Yeah. So this is the Danny piece colour, but I don't know why I've gone back to the original campaign, but I'll just use this for reference and brief for a second. I don't know why, what was going on there, just like, oh, yep, cool, alright, whatever. Cool. Make sure that doesn't happen again for some reason, that we get the... Yeah. Alright, cool, you do your thing, Indiegogo, you do your thing. Cool, so yeah, wrapping up on the wraparound, and we've got a big future coming up if we're given that opportunity. Either way, yeah, there's magic happening within these pages, and it's something that I am truly grateful to see come to life, because this is something that means a lot to me. You have no idea, a lot to me. So yeah,
definitely recommend this to your friends, because here's the thing, right? Like, this book is getting produced no matter what, right? At this point, we're gonna make sure that this book is done, seeing it through. Now, if we can be successful enough, right, then we can launch right into issue 2. So I would basically be going right from finishing drawing issue 1, immediately start drawing issue 2. So I think that would be that would be awesome.
So
if
we can keep that going annually, then
well, that was the plan, wasn't it? One book a year for the
technically
nice.
Depending on the pacing, depending on one book a year, but ultimately three universes, one installment a year. That's the vision.
Right.
And don't even get me started on the blockchain aspect of things, because I'll do it. Don't make me do it. We'll head on over to Rarible and I'll just give it a quick glimpse. Probably can't even log into it, but hopefully we can get the imagery up. But something went wrong. Something always goes wrong. I'll go to Twitter and if you don't mind, Vic, if you don't mind me plugging the
No, go right ahead. While you're pulling that stuff up, though, right?
Yep.
Mantis, have you picked a random person out of the chat?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Who you got?
Who?
Matt C, I'd say.
Matt C.
Yeah.
All right, Matt C. You contact me on Twitter and let me know what you would like for a sketch card, and I will then get me your information. I'll get it mailed out to you as quickly as I can.
Legendary.
Get it mailed out to you Monday. So I'll draw it up tomorrow.
If he's not in the chat anymore, I'll actually send a DM to him because he follows me on Twitter as well. So.
And you know what? I'm feeling generous. I'm feeling absolutely generous, right? Since twice people came back.
Yeah, that was
right.
Beautiful.
That was beautiful, and that was epic, and we really appreciate it.
Yeah, that's all the potential. That means potential to me. So. Yeah.
Pick one more name out of the chat.
Legend. Man.
Go eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by a toe.
Eeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by the toe. If he hollers, let him go.
Holla for your boy.
Holla at you, boy. Aaron.
Cool.
Aaron Calamari.
Yep, that's the one.
All right, Aaron, reach out to me on Twitter. I know you know my Twitter, brother. And let me know what you would like for a sketch card, and I will draw it up tomorrow and get it out in the mail to you on Monday.
Awesome. But just one more thing before we head off, before we close out this momentous occasion that will stay archived within this this internet metasphere.
Within the interweebs.
That's right. Not the is the Artifice Re-Animate NFTs, right? Okay, this is pretty experimental stuff. When we initially first went to get in, I went pretty hard. I went pretty all out for the potential of what we could accomplish. We were looking to create an NFT version of the comic book, and that vision is still alive and well if we get certain things come to fruition. But we never inevitably got to the point where we could pull the trigger on that vision. But at the same time, that vision is alive and well, like within there. But at the same time, there's also, so we managed to produce a line of NFT art, which if you head on over to, we've got the links here on the Core Comics page. Come on over and follow us on Core Comics. Come on over and follow me, Smack the Alien, and Vic, and Manticore, and Warlock, even though he's not here, but he's here in spirit. It's a line of 4 initial NFT trading cards, which are still the establishment for a greater vision of what we truly plan to accomplish when, and I'm saying if and when because I truly believe in the principles of blockchain, blah 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 blah, market talk, market spiel. But ultimately, it's the art that I care about at the end of the day, and that's why we've pulled things back, and we're at this point where we know what's truly important at the core of what's going on here, but we extended our reach a little bit too far to get us, to just try it out, just see what the feedback was, within that market. We got a decent feedback, we got a decent response, and it still let me know that vision, that it could potentially still remain alive and well. But for the meantime, we're going to keep the initial line of 4 steel card trading cards, just up and available for anybody who wishes to, who's involved in the blockchain market, who's involved in cryptocurrency. They know what it's about. But at the end of the day, it's a digital asset that you can potentially own and display in your metaverse. We also have major plans for the metaverse, but I won't go into that because I won't bore y'all who don't know about it. And but if you're into cryptocurrency, if you're into NFTs, non-fungible tokens, you know what the deal is. Head on over to Core Comics Twitter page, and you can follow the link to Rareable in order to grab yourself one of 100, which there are 400 available overall, but one of 100 each, which offers a pretty good value if you ask me. Over the long term, there's only 100 of these that are ever going to exist within this specific character set, and ultimately we plan to release more of those over time. Sorry if I'm boring everybody, but this stuff is truly important to me financially, and potentially you can earn a piece of Artifice Re-Animate history, of Core Comics history. You can get involved with that if you truly choose to. But I do recommend check out cryptocurrency and check out NFTs because they show major potential, to revolutionize the financial industry and to blah 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 stuff you don't want to hear about. All right. So anyway.
So let me just say something on the NFTs, right?
Okay.
Because when I came in, I was basically a rube. Still am. I know a lot more than I did before, but I still know very little. But what I will say about this, though, right? So, not only does it have the functionality that Smirk was talking about, if you are into, and a lot of people who do the cryptocurrency and deal with NFTs, they're very much into the metaverse, different platforms that are out there. One of them is called Decentraland. And so what they do is they get these NFTs and they basically, it's kind of like The Sims, you have this house and you get to decorate it. So that's basically what you could do. You can put your NFT up on up on your virtual walls. But the other thing too is that it actually has a retainable value I wouldn't say retainable. It's an appreciable value because it's Ethereum based, and so like if the Ethereum market goes through the roof, that's going to be even more valuable, right? So not only is it a pretty coin to have in your blockchain wallet, but it's one that has some value, and it might even wind up having more value because if Core Comics winds up blowing up, more people are going to want them, and they're going to seek them out and pay higher than market price for them.
That's right. Ultimate investment that doesn't depreciate in actual overall quality of the of the asset itself, and it retains its value over time. So I mean, it's an investment as much as it is something to own and to admire and appreciate the art and the quality that's gone into creating them. And I'll leave it at that.
We're writing a book. We're creating a book that's got a lot of futuristic in it, but also has something new and unknown to experience.
That's right.
Daniel Kirk just asked a question. Sorry.
Sure, man. What's up, dude?
He's what NFTs markets exist?
I mean, what do you mean? Because there's a revolution going on in blockchain gaming. There's a revolution going on in NFT artwork and people participating in a pretty mature market right now, in a sense where it really needs to sort itself out before that. Yeah, because I saw potential in it to begin with, but it was more like now it's got to sort itself out before it can really be taken seriously in a sense. But right now there's a main push behind it where it's like it's giving artists true artistic freedom. It's giving artists true potential to monetize their craft in a way that doesn't rely upon bigger projects where they can it's the same as selling a piece of art that you created in general. But there's also a fascinating thing going on in blockchain gaming, and that's what the metaverse is all about. That's what paid earning while you play. Earn to play is a big potential thing going on where you can earn assets that ultimately appreciate in value over time. And it's a big deal. It's a big bloody deal, especially when. Yeah.
He just asked just a popular one. I'm currently trying to look into it, which would be OpenSea, wouldn't it? No.
Yeah, OpenSea is definitely one of the big ones. Rarible is definitely another one of the big ones. But there's a lot of smaller ones coming up now, seeing the potential in what's going on within that space. And but now the market's entered a point where it's really saturated. But I won't bore you with those shill financial details, but just know that there's so much potential going on in cryptocurrency, and it's like I put my weight behind it because I understand it like very, very deeply, and I've been participating in it since 2016, 2017. I know what's going on there. I know the people that are involved in it. I know the heavy, where it's come as opposed to where it is now, as opposed to the vision that's going on in the future, as opposed to all of the participants involved that are ultimately constructing this ecosystem that is ultimately going to become this force to be reckoned with within the world, within the financial world, within the bigger landscape of gaming, and it could totally revolutionize every single industry on the planet. So I'm all about that, and I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, there's a couple actual blockchain comic books out there, and what I can say about that is, they're all right. You know what I'm saying? But they're nothing like what we plan to eventually bring to blockchain comics. They're not. They got nothing like Artifice or any of the other projects we have planned. That's out there. So that's another advantage to getting in and helping us get this book funded and get this book produced, is that you'll have the actual original physical copy of the book, and you will be the premier people to ever had enjoyed it.
You see the kind of influence you can have over people. All of a sudden, Jose Delbo, who was the former artist for Marvel and DC, all of a sudden his book has gone from the name Death to the name Death Re-Animated. Oh, how about that? How about that, eh?
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. What do you know? What do you know?
Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. A little bit of a kick in the ass from me right there. Whatever. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you cheeky to Jose. But anyway, I'll plug him because he is a friend. He is a friend of the industry. He is an upstanding person, and even though he has just totally rooked our idea, totally rooked our branding, totally rooked our phone. But it doesn't matter, Jose. Still love you, buddy. Still love you. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Jose Delbo is one of the people who is in the industry, the bigger industry, and transferring his skills over to the blockchain industry to just be one of the founding people who has stepped into the arena and given it a go and put his faith behind it, put his name behind it, and that's ultimately what we were trying to do to establish ourselves, to get ourselves to that point where we had at least one established intellectual property to bring to the game. And offer people things that were intrinsically tied to those universes that they'd ultimately see value in. And we were, we've got a lot going on within the blockchain realm, like from the creation of a metaverse space, which is our Core Comics HQ. Like, there's so much going on there that shows so much potential, but we had to put it on ice for now because what I really wanted to do that I recommended is we focus on producing the first iteration of the comic book, and get it into backers' hands, and and give them some faith that we are actually we're the real deal, and there's something to promote from that perspective where we fulfilled on our promises, and we're the sacrifices that we made are ultimately going to come full circle to get us all over the line to be able to take the next step, and that's what I recognize is mandatory in that realm. So yeah.
So, okay, I want to say one more thing about the NFTs, right?
Sure.
Just before you wrap things up. Okay, so the NFTs are you can basically get all 4 of the NFTs and this is just a rough estimate. You'd have to actually look up what today's actual rate variation is on Ethereum. But it's roughly about $150. You can get all 4 of the NFT cards. It's a great value to get the set. You go and you can't buy them as they said. You have to buy them individually. But if you buy all 4, you'll have all 4 that are available. And
I may even be able to look at bundling them at this point, because it was a matter of gas prices because in the creation of the bundle, you were ultimately paying more gas. You're ultimately sacrificing more Ethereum in order to produce a bundled version of it. But now that gas prices and the market is sort of where it's moving sideways, so ultimately the price of gas it has been decreased. So it's I could look at bundling them and offering a special deal on them if people show, like I said, if there's interest shown in them. Sorry, Vic.
Yeah, so if you got interest in that end of it, reach out to Smirk the Alien on Twitter, and he's the master guru of it. So I leave all things NFT and blockchain and Ethereum and wearables. I leave all of that to Smirk, but I definitely encourage if that's something you're into, definitely look into it. They're fun cards. If you check them out, they're an animated NFT. So
such a great job done by Warlock, one of the he's a good friend. He's participated. He's one of the co-writers of the story he is the co-writer of the story that we plan to produce next. But yeah, just big shout out to him. Big thank you to all he contributed to everything to get us to where we are. I can't thank him enough. So
yes. So now help us get to the finish line. And we really appreciate all of you coming out tonight. Really appreciate you guys coming back twice for us. We apologize sincerely about the technical issues. I don't know what's going on with Australians, You know, I got nothing, to say about that. But
Dingo didn't even
they're,
invite
they're
me, bro.
generally they're
Yeah,
generally
it
they're
was the
generally
dingo.
nice. They're generally nice people. Yeah, the dingo ate his internet.
His router.
Um,
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh no, the shrimps
Was
on
your
the barbie.
router? Was your router? Were you attacked by the same gang Liam was?
That's it. It's all CIA conspiracy. You're all crazy. That's it. I'm taking this to the top. I want to speak to your manager. Get me Karen right now.
All right, guys. Again, we thank you. We love you, and hopefully you'll give the book a try. Really appreciate it, guys.
Very much so. Again.
Thank you very much.
Yep. I'm Smoke the Alien. That's Rachel Mantis. That's Vic King. We're Core Comics right now, and potentially Walt will be back in the future. Who knows? But shout out to those homies. And again, we'll play the trailer on the way out the door. Thank you guys so much for sticking around during these technical difficulties. Again,
Very much.
We will see you pretty soon. Pretty soon. Believe me. Take care.